Now, with the Omicron virus on the prowl, India is stepping up its preparedness and restrictions. 2 days after positive cases were detected in Karnataka, the state is tightening its guidelines. Only fully vaccinated people are going to be allowed in public spaces. Not more than 500 people will be allowed in weddings, meetings and conferences. Events in educational institutes like festivals have been suspended till the 15th of January. The Karnataka government has also assured that the missing 10 foreigners who arrived in Bengaluru with a travel history from South Africa will be tracked down. In Mumbai, the BMC has issued new guidelines to supervise international travels arriving from at-risk countries. Well, as per the new guidelines, the CEO of the Mumbai International Airport is going to be sending a list of foreign passengers to the BMC's disaster management cell, which is going to then forward it to the War Room, keeping a tab on these travelers. The War Room team is also going to be taking daily health updates from those in home quarantine. The Maharashtra government has already announced a 7-day home quarantine for all foreign travellers coming from at-risk nations. On Friday, the samples of 30 international passengers were sent for genomic sequencing. Now in Rajasthan, 9 members of a family tested positive for COVID after 4 members returned from a trip to South Africa. Their samples have been sent for genomic sequencing as well. Mustafa Sheikh is getting asked more details on that big story. Mustafa, the Maharashtra government and also the BMC, they're essentially not taking any chances, also readying the medical infrastructure just in case there is an explosion of cases, isn't it?
Yes, of course, with the past experiences, the BMC has learned that guidelines and consistency and clarity in these guidelines are very important, and hence they have clearly said that passengers coming from the high-risk country and the risk countries will be home quarantined, and in this period of home quarantine there is a whole process which has been made up from communication of the airport till the ward level where these travelers will be staying. Their housing societies will be informed. There is a provision of calling them 5 times a day to ask about their health. If there is any symptoms, then they can send their doctors there, and on the 7th day the traveler has to get tested. So these are detailed guidelines which have been made up by the BMC. The only purpose here is to prevent from this Omicron variant in spreading in the city like Mumbai, which is crowded. Back to you.
Mustafa, thanks for getting us up to speed with that. So Maharashtra including, there are different states that are doing what they can to ensure that there is no explosion and that there is effective contact tracing in the case of Omicron, given that it is seen to be extremely transmissible. Well, the scare has brought with it long hauls at the airport. Passengers are also facing immense hardships, waiting for more than 6 hours. Take a look at this report.
Long lines and a longer wait for COVID tests. Chaos, confusion and the COVID conundrum are back to haunt travellers again. International passengers are having a harrowing time at airports in India. Suzanne's flight from Russia landed in Delhi at 5 a.m. She came out of the airport 7 hours later at noon.
How much time did you wait inside the airport?
I think 4 hours I need to will be wait.
4 hours? And which test did they do? RT-PCR test?
Negative test I have in the airport.
Okay, but you had to wait at the airport inside?
Yes, inside.
Almost on the verge of tears, Navjot, herself a nurse, was also not aware of mandatory testing at the airport. She says authorities are not accepting online payments, making things more difficult for passengers.
कार्ड से एक्सेप्ट नहीं कर रहे हैं, अंदर कैश ही ले रहे हैं?
नहीं, कैश में ले रहे थे.
कैश में ही ले रहे हैं?
कैश में ही ले रहे थे.
तो अगर किसी के पास कैश नहीं है तो काफ़ी बड़ी दिक्कत हो सकती है.
हाँ, वो बोलते हैं कि आप जाके चेंज करवा सकते हैं. डायरेक्टली इन्होंने कहा कि आप वहाँ PCR कराना पड़ेगा. अगर आपने टेस्ट जल्दी में कराना है तो 4000 चार्ज लगते हैं. अगर आप 500 में कराते हैं तो आपको 6 घंटे वेट करनी पड़ेगी. तो हमने बोला नहीं, हम 4000 में नहीं कराते. हम बहुत डिस्कस किया पर हमने 4000 में किया, क्योंकि हमारे ब्रदर भी वहाँ पे वेट कर रहे हैं.
टेस्ट महंगा है, जहाँ हमारे पास ना यहाँ की मनी होती फिर हम क्या करते. जॉब से आए हम, यहाँ के पैसे होंगे, यहाँ के पैसे हमारे पास कहाँ हैं. और आपको टाइम हमारे को पकड़ने पड़े.
अच्छा, तो आपको अंदर कितना इंतजार करना पड़ा?
5-6 घंटे, 4-5 घंटा हो गया.
Vinod waited for 6 hours at the airport after a 9-hour direct flight from London. He says the authorities did not tell him about testing and the waiting period.
the number of hours which you will be spending between the flight and at the airport will increase drastically. Say, for example, if you're coming from the United Kingdom and you take a direct flight, which is roughly 9 hours, then you will have to spend additional 6 hours sitting at the airport waiting for the test result. Now, the government thinks this is one of the safest and the surest way of making sure that the new COVID variant does not spread in the country.
Jean String's lab is responsible for COVID testing at the Delhi International Airport.
We are expecting around 1,500 samples during peak hours during night at the airport from mainly for European countries. We are making all efforts to increase the staff and the number of machinery in order to reduce the TAT. Initially the TAT was around 4 to 6 hours, which we are trying to reduce to 4 hours so that there is not much wait for the passengers at the airport.
There are two types of RT-PCR tests available: a rapid RT-PCR test and a regular RT-PCR test. A rapid RT-PCR test takes about an hour for the result. The normal one takes at least 4. But it all comes at a cost. A rapid RT-PCR test costs 3,900 rupees per person, while a regular one will cost 500 rupees. India has not banned flights coming from at-risk nations yet, but screening and strict travel guidelines have left passengers at sea. With Milan Sharma, Bureau Report, India Today.
Now, talking about sports, there is a bit of a concern when it comes to Omicron, and this variant has put the world on alert. The tour, India's tour of South Africa, has also been given the green light right now by the BCCI, though it's been delayed by a few days. Kohli's men will now tour the African nation for tests and ODIs, but later this month. However, the tour that was slated to begin on the 17th is likely to be pushed back by a week. BCCI Treasurer Arun Dhumal has told India Today that the T20 series between the two nations will be rescheduled because of the change in dates. Earlier, India was supposed to play a 4-match T20 series in addition to the 3 tests and 3 ODIs. There was a cloud of uncertainty over this tour because of the spread of the new variant that has been detected in South Africa. In fact, the Netherlands cricket team had cancelled their ODI series midway after several European nations had banned flights from South Africa. But India have decided to go ahead with the tour with new dates likely to be announced in the next few days. Samyukt Kisan Morcha is going to be holding a full-body meeting at the Singhu border shortly. This meeting is going to decide the future course of the farmers' agitation. Well, in today's meeting, the decision to finalize 5 names to be sent to the centre for the panel on minimum support price is going to be taken. Farm leader Rakesh Tikait is also present for this meeting. The farm body has claimed that they have not received any response to their letter to the Prime Minister on the 6 demands. Well, these include the centre's commitment on MSP, withdrawal of cases filed against farmers, also other things like a guarantee law. They have also demanded compensation for those who died during the agitation. Haryana division of SKM is also holding a meeting on these issues. A split has emerged between the Haryana and the Punjab farmers. While farmers from Haryana have refused to leave till the time the demands are met with, Punjab farmers have said they might just go back home if talks begin on the issue of MSP.
एमएसपी का एक बड़ा सवाल है
जी। एमएसपी
जो किसानों के ऊपर केस दर्ज हुए हैं वो एक बड़ा सवाल है। किसानों के ट्रैक्टर वहाँ पे बंद है वो बड़ा सवाल है।
3
अजय टैनी ने जो करा है मंत्री वाला वो एक बड़ा सवाल है। ये 4-5 इशू अभी हैं।
4-5 इशू।
और
कमेटी बनाने की जो बात है,
कमेटी बनाने की ये बात है कि जो और मामले रहेंगे
जी जी
भाई ऐसा तो है नहीं समाधान होगा।
हाँ।
और जो मामले हैं ये आंदोलन खत्म हो जाएगा इन चीजों पे। और जो मसले होंगे उस पर भारत सरकार से टाइम पे बातचीत होती रहे। सीड बिल है, पोल्यूशन वाला है, और बहुत मामले हैं, ट्रैक्टर का है, किसान क्रेडिट कार्ड के हैं, तो बहुत इशू आएंगे, बिजली के आएंगे, तो वे उस कमेटी पे तय होते रहे।
Listen now to what Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman had said on Centre's decision to repeal the farm laws.
ये तीनों कानून ले आने से पहले विस्तार से चर्चा गोष्ठी हुई। हर सेक्टर, हर सेगमेंट जो इसके स्टेक होल्डर माना जाता था, उन सब से कंसल्टेशन हुआ। हम कन्विक्शन के साथ ले आए, किसान के हित में ले आए, स्मॉल किसान के हित में ले आए। हम किसी को कन्विंस कर नहीं पाए, इसीलिए वापस भी ले रहे। इसीलिए हमारे कमिटमेंट टू रिफॉर्म में कोई कुछ डाउट करने का आवश्यकता नहीं है।
Shreya Chatterjee is getting us more details from the Singhu border right now. Shreya, get us the very latest when it comes to this meeting. Clearly, it's evident that the farmers are also divided on the issue of what they really want from the government right now, isn't it?
Well, you know, Sneha, that's exactly the reason the meeting that's going to start any time from now is extremely crucial. This is a full body Samyukt Kisan Morcha that is being held, and prior to this, we have seen series of meetings being held by the smaller associations, say from Punjab and Haryana and other different states. There are now what we see that different demands coming in from the different farmers. Well, the Punjab farmers, most of them say that they will probably go back if there is a conversation that starts in the deliberation committee, that is the MSP committee. They will go back, and on the other hand, the Haryana farmers stick with the fact that, you know, they want a formal announcement that MSP will be a law and compensations given to the victims. So that is why the meeting becomes crucial, because the larger body, the full body, will now decide what will be those key demands that as a representative, as a unified morcha, they will be keeping before the government. If at all they decide to go back, what would be the reasons that they decide to go back on? So that is why this meeting holds extremely crucial, and in a short while from now, we will see the full body meeting.
Right, the meeting is about to start is what Shreya is telling us, but clearly there is a split when it comes to the demands. It remains to be seen how they really carry this agitation forward. Well, here are the demands that farmers have put forth. Demand number 1, bring law that guarantees minimum support price. Demand number 2, withdraw cases against protesters. The third demand, compensation for deceased farmers. The fourth demand, decriminalize stubble burning. Sack Minister of State for Home Ajay Mishra Teni. And the last demand, withdraw Electricity Bill 2020. It's time for a quick break. On the other side, India Today accesses the first and exclusive details of the new crypto bill that is going to be tabled in Parliament. We're getting you much more on that story in just a bit.
You are watching India Today.